Chapter 9. For all this I laid to my heart, even to make clear all this, that the righteous and the wise and their works are in the hand of God. Whether it be love or hatred, man knoweth it not. All is before them. All things come alike to all. There is one event to the righteous and to the wicked, to the good and to the clean, to the unclean, to him that sacrifices and to him that sacrifices not. As is the good, so is the sinner, and he that swears, as he that fears an oath. This is an evil in all that is done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Yes, also, the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart while they live, and after that they go to the dead. For to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope, for a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. As well their love, as their hatred and their envy, is long ago perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. Go your way, eat your bread with joy, drink your wine with a merry heart, for God has already accepted your works. Let your garments be always white, and let your head lack no oil. Enjoy life with the wife whom you lovest all the days of your life of your vanity, which he hath given you under the sun, all the days of your vanity. For that is your portion in life, and in your labor wherein you laborest under the sun. Whatsoever your hand attaineth to do by your strength, that do. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, where you go. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happens to them all. For man also knows not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. Even so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falls suddenly upon them. This also have I seen as wisdom under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a man poor and wise, and by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then said I, Wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of the wise, spoken in quiet, are more acceptable than the cry of a ruler among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. All right, let's go back up to verse 1, and we are continuing with the words of the Ecclesiastes, or the preacher, or Kohelet, whichever one you want to call him. I'm sure they would have many different names in many different languages, but it's the one who gathers up these pleasant words. Got something they want to share with us. We'll find out. The overall lesson in it all is to enjoy life. We're going to pick it up here in verse 1. For all this I laid to my heart, even to make clear all this, that the righteous and the wise and their works are in the hand of God, whether it be love or hatred. Man knoweth it not, all is before him. And for this reason, we have dwelt or spent trying to figure it out and laying it to my heart, comprehending it, even to make clear, to set it down to what it really is, has the meaning of. And the righteous and the wise and everything they do are in the hand of God. It's part of the work of God. We'll find out, because that's what's correct, and the Lord is always correct, whether it be love or hatred. Man doesn't know what's going on. We'll find out. He hasn't the ability to figure it all out. The Lord's in charge. That's why he runs the show. Elohim. He's the might and the strength behind it all, because It has to find a way to perfect itself in even understanding, and sooner or later life does. 2, all things come alike to all. There is one event to the righteous and to the wicked, to the good and to the clean, and to the unclean. To him that sacrifices and to him that sacrifices not, as is the good, so is the sinner. As he that swears, as he that fears an oath. So all things are come alike to all. Everybody's got the same chance as anybody else, or they're supposed to have. Sometimes we'll find out others kind of get in the way there and try to rifle over and show favoritism one way or another. That wouldn't be proper. There's one event now, actually 2, counting the birth, that's going to happen to the righteous and to the wicked. It doesn't really matter who you are. You're going to die someday, and that's what we're talking about. It happens to the good, to the clean, and to the unclean. It doesn't matter if you're clean or unclean. Everybody's going to go that way. It's an experience. All things in this world are an experience, and death and birth are just one of those. To him that sacrifices, to him that sacrifices not, it doesn't matter if he sacrifices, if you don't sacrifice, you're still going to experience that. As to the good, so to the sinner. It doesn't matter if you've been righteous all your life or if you've sinned all your life. This is going to happen to you. The one that swears, the one that doesn't. And those that make vows to the Lord and those that don't make vows, it doesn't matter. Everybody gets to experience it. 3, and it's just to show you that it's a fair chance. Everybody gets to experience the birth, everything in between, and death. And it's what we're experiencing that's really the most important thing, to really get a handle on what's going on. And 3, this is an evil in all that is done under the sun, that there is one event to all. Yes, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil. Madness is in their heart while they live, and after that they go to the dead. And this is an evil. It's done under the sun. It's just really foolishness and a waste of time, and to continue in the wickedness. It's done on earth. That there's one event unto all, and that's that they all should die, because we'll find out but if there wasn't no death, we wouldn't know what life was. Yes, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and they're more apt to do that which is not correct, especially when they have no understanding of the difference. Full of madness is in their heart while they live. Foolishness and this ignorance, and after that they go to the dead. We'll find out they don't do no good. A lot of times they go forth and they just tear up and destroy it with no understanding of the generation that has to come. There's no care for. And then they go and they die, and they leave the mess to somebody else to clean up. For to him that is joined to all the living there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. And to him that is joined to all living, there's hope, and all living. Because there's 2 different lives here. We have a life in the flesh, and if we just want to talk about that, well, he's going to die. But we have a life that's within an inner understanding what life is. Life is not death. It's to be alive, and to be alive means to be able to feel pain, or to be able to understand experience and learn from lessons. And to be dead is to be absent of this ability. To, if you sin, that is to be transgress, is to die. It's the same thing. So either way you want to look at it, we have the death of the flesh and we have a death of understanding. And this is the one we're talking about, that's joined to all living. This one who is both alive fleshly and alive in their understanding. There's always this hope for a living dog, and it's lowly. Something lowly is better than a dead lion, that which is great. 5. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. For the living know that they shall die, They know that they're going to die and go away, and there's nobody going to remember them. But the dead, they don't know nothing. They don't know what's going to happen. They probably don't care if they do. It's not going to affect them. They have left. They're not here. They don't get any more reward of this place. This kind of a mystical place, in a sense, a place of wonder, a place of amazement. For the memory, and sooner or later, the memory of them is just forgotten. But now, to be alive means that you're alive. 6, as well their love, as their hatred and their envy, so is long ago perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that's done under the sun. And this is what happens. They die, they go away, they're forgotten, it's gone. It doesn't matter what they was good, loved everybody, or they hated everybody, went around jealous all the time, or whatever the case may be. It's long ago perished. Nobody remembers. Neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that's done. Neither they got any more work to do here. It's done. They're gone. It's finished. 7. Go your way, and eat your bread with joy, and drink your wine with a merry heart. God's already accepted your works. So go your way, eat your bread with joy, and have some understanding in it, even though we'll find out wisdom and knowledge and understanding is going to be what got you here. That's what got you through. We'll find out that drink your wine, eat, be merry, and have some understanding, and enjoy the works, because God's already accepted your works. God put you here. He created you. He knows who you are. He made you just like He's got you for a reason. Either way it goes, you're always going to be a servant of the Lord. We serve Him one way or the other. It's better to serve for a great, good example than to be caught up in the wickedness of life and suffer all that as well. There's enough adversity in life without us making it harder on ourselves. 8. Now let your garments always be white. Let your head lack no oil. Let your garments always be white. Keep yourself clean. Make yourself presentable. Let your head lack no oil. Have all the understanding you'll ever need. 9. Enjoy life with the wife whom you lovest all the days of your life, of your vanity, which He has given you under the sun, all the days of your vanity. For that is your portion in life, and your labor wherein you laborest under the sun. And enjoy your life. Enjoy the wife, your family, all that which the Lord has given you. Love all the days of the life of your vanity. All the days of the life. As long as this existence or this breath that you have within you exists, as long as it's alive, because this is what the Lord gave you under the sun or here on the earth. All the days of your vanity, all of it, all the days of your breath. 10. Whatsoever your hand attains to do by your strength, that do. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where you go. Whatsoever your hand attains to do, whatever you find yourself doing in life, this work that you've been given, whatever your strength, it doesn't matter what it is. Many people do many things. If one person done everything, nobody else would do everything else. For there's no work, there's no device, there's no knowledge, there's no wisdom in the grave. And that's where we all wind up sooner or later, I believe is what the author's trying to make known to us. It's where you go. It's where I go. It's where we go. So while we're here, we need to make it pleasant. We need to make it enjoyable. We need to make sure that those who are coming here is going to have the best experience they could possibly have. 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happens to them all. I returned, I come back to my senses, and I saw under the sun here on earth that the race ain't to the swift. Doesn't matter how fast you are sometimes. You could trip, fall. Nor the battle to the strong. it doesn't matter how well the Lord has prepared it. He knew he was going to win before they entered into it. The bread to the wise, there's substance for those that are not wise as well, nor riches to men of understanding. Just because you have a lot of wealth doesn't mean you have a lot of knowledge to go with it. Nor yet favor to men of skill. No favors given to men of skill. There's a lot of things that are done by practice that anybody can learn to do. Time and chance happens to them all. They become this. This is what happens to one as they go through. And it's just really the luck of the draw, my friend, what card you drew this time. 12. For a man also knows not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. Even so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falls suddenly upon them. For also, nobody knows this time. Nobody knows what his time is and how it is when he comes into the world, or where he'll be when he's born. As just like the fishes that are taken in a net, it's by chance. You was there, it happened. And as birds that are caught in a snare, it's just the what happened. You didn't know it was a snare. You didn't know there was a trap. There you were. Even so are the sons of men. They're snared in an evil time. And when things are in this world are out of course, they're out of sort, and there's nothing we can do about all this. It's not our fault. It's by chance this world we're born into. And who knows what could happen. 13. This also I've seen under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. And I've noticed this, and it seems like it's a better if we don't know than if we do sometimes. 'Cause all is given to chance, and there's just a chance that anything could happen. 14. There was a little city, and a few men within it. And there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. We got a little story here about this little city. It didn't amount to much. I had a guard. Somebody kind of watched over it, though. And a few men within it. It wasn't a great city. It wasn't mighty. It didn't have a lot of embattlement forces. But there came a great king against it. And there was a mighty king, had a lot of power and strength and all the ability it might seem like to overcome that little place. And he besieged it. He built great bulwarks against it. These are devices to make war. 15. Now there was found in it a man poor and wise, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered the same poor man. And there was found in that little city a man poor and wise. Just because he's poor doesn't mean there's no wisdom. And sometimes just what we do is enough. And he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man, because it was the way he did it that had the ability in it. 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength, because it didn't matter how mighty the king was. The wisdom of the poor man was able to overcome. Yet now, this poor man's words, they are not heard. 17. The words of the wise, spoken in quiet, are more acceptable than the cry of a ruler among fools. Because it was the words of the wise, it was spoken in quiet. A subtle insinuation, maybe a subtle hint of the proper direction, sometimes can be more acceptable than the cry of a ruler among fools. And this cry of rulership, even of orders and all manner of shouting, We could look at it like that, trying to place order and rules and ordinances or statutes over those that ain't going to listen anyway. 18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. And wisdom is better than the weapons of war. Knowledge, to have a little knowledge and understanding and try to make an agreement, are better than weapons of war, trying to make those things that are just going to destroy and perpetuate that where death is. But one sinner destroys much good. But you take one sinner, one person, one individual who has no willingness to make an agreement or find out, to be part of, he can do much damage. He can destroy much good. He can get in there and mess things up greatly. That's why understanding is something that has to be taught. It has to be taught, and then one has the ability to make a rightful decision on their own. And that's part of the problem we have today. It simply just isn't taught. We're going to move forward to Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Turn and return.